Hi fashion lovers, welcome back to the channel. In this video I'm going to be showing you how to sew this monostrap ruched dress. Watch this video till the end because my own recreation is at the end of the video. Please do well to like this video, subscribe, and tell me the next style you would want me to recreate. Let's get started. In my previous video I showed how to draft and cut this dress. You can browse through my videos tab to check out the tutorial for proper understanding, or you can just tell me in the comment section to send you the cutting tutorial and I'll do that as soon as possible. In this video we will cut the bodice and then start sewing the dress. Oh yeah, let's go there. So what you are going to be doing now is to place the patterns on the fabric and add all the necessary allowances and cuts. So let's start with the front block. So this is the wrong side of my fabric. I'm not going to be placing my fabric on fold because this is an asymmetric bodice. I will just make sure that all the edges are smooth and then pin it down. So what I'm going to do now is to extend the side line. I'll come to the side and add 1.5 side seam allowance, okay? For the neckline, I'm going to be adding 1/2 inch. Then I'll come to the middle point and mark down the middle point of my pattern paper. You can notice that I notched it. So I'll come there now and add 1/2 inch joining seam allowance there. Then I'll come to the side and also add 1/2 inch joining seam allowance. I'm going to use a straight ruler to connect like so. Because we closed up this dart, you will notice that here is more. Leave it like that, it's okay. So I will also come to the side here and mark down 1/2 inch at the side, okay, and connect to the middle of the front. If you want, you can actually connect this straight, but if you connect this straight, you're going to have excess around the underbust, and I do not want to have that excess around the underbust. That is why I am connecting like so, okay. So I'll come to the armhole area and also mark down 1/2 inch. So you come to the shoulder and carefully connect the shoulder lines. If you can remember, we added 1 inch to the shoulder already, so we don't need to add more. So you just have to carefully connect. So this is what I have. I'll go ahead and cut out the pattern. I'll go ahead and notch the middle point of the front. So by the time we bring here together, we are going to have a ruched effect around there, okay. You can see that this is now straight. So we are going to go ahead and cut out the back block. I am placing my pattern like this. If you can remember, when we place this front pattern, I made sure that this part that I indicated as the right side was facing up. So I'm going to also do the same thing for the back. That is why we had to indicate it. So I'll pin down the pattern, making sure that this part is facing up. You don't need to force your pattern to lay flat. Just make sure that all the edges are straight and smooth, okay. I'll add the zipper allowance. I'm going to draw out the waistline. Then for the side, I'm going to be adding that same 1.5 side seam allowance that we added to the front. Then I'll add 1/2 inch here. I'll come to this part and mark down the 1/2 inch. Then I'll also come here and mark down that 1/2 inch and I'll connect. So I'll also do the same thing for the other side of the pattern. So this is the shoulder for the front. You can see how wide the front shoulder is because we transferred the side dart and the waist dart to the shoulder line. But for the back, just the waist dart that we transferred to the shoulder. Simply measure what you have as the shoulder line of the front. I have 13.5, so I'm going to divide 13.5 by 2. Okay, and I'll find the midpoint of this shoulder. This is the midpoint, so I'll place that 13.5. I'll divide 13.5 by 2, then I'll mark it on both sides. Make sure that what I have at the front is also what I have at the back. So I'm going to place the shoulder and cross check. So this is it. It is exactly the same. What I have at the front is exactly what I have now at the back. So I'll carefully connect it into the neckline like so. And from this side, I will also connect to the armhole. So I'll add 1/2 inch here and then connect. This is the point that I want. I will carefully connect to create a new armhole like so. This is no longer the armhole that I am working with. I'm going to go ahead now and cut out. So now this is what I have as the back block, and this is my front block. Okay, remember that the front has band here, so I'm going to go ahead now and cut out this band. So this is the band. I have placed it on my fabric and I added 1/2 inch for the joining of the waistline, 1/2 inch for the joining of the underbust, and 1.5 for the side. The front is on fold. I had to cut out 2 pieces, so 1 piece will be for the facing. So we are going to start stitching. I'm going to get the skirt. This is the down part of the dress. This is the back skirt. So I'm going to join it to the waistline of the bodice. Okay, I will join the waistline as well as close up the skirt from the hip down to the hemline so that I can install the zipper. After joining the back bodice and the back of the skirt together, this is what I have. I went ahead to infuse interfacing to the zipper area because I'm going to be fixing in the zipper right now. But I want my zipper to start from the chest line. Okay, I don't want to take my zipper to the neckline anymore, so I'm going to go ahead and trim off from the chest line because that is where I want my zipper to start from. If you want your zipper to start from the chest line like mine, you are free to do so. If you want to extend yours to the neckline, you are still free to do so. Okay, I am stopping mine here, so that is where I'm going to be marking my zipper allowance now. So I'm going to go over to my sewing machine now and install the zipper. Okay, after fixing the zipper to the back, this is what I have. You can notice that I have already piped the neckline and the chest line for the other side, that is off shoulder, and as well as the armhole. You can see that I have also piped the armhole. Okay, so we are going to focus on the front now. This is the front block. As you can see, I have also joined the band to the bodice. I had to also pipe the neckline as well as the armhole, and I had to give a small dart around this armhole area for the front. Okay, so that it can lap very well on the body. So this is the front skirt. This is where I want to fix the casing for the rope that we are going to use and get the rushed effect. So I have cut out a long strip that is up to the waist to the hemline. Okay, and I had to fold the 2 edges together. This is 2 inches. Okay, and I had to fold in 1/2 inch on both ends. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to place it and then stitch. I decided to give a little slit of about 7 inches to the skirt. This is optional. I just want to have a little opening at the down part of the skirt. I will just hem the edges of the slit. You can decide not to put the slit. It is optional. I will go over to my sewing machine now and top stitch on the both sides of the strip for the rope casing. After stitching the casing on the wrong side of the fabric, I went ahead to stitch at the middle part of this casing. You're going to be using 2 ropes. Now I'll go ahead and pass the first rope that I have into the casing that I created from the slit at the hemline up to the waistline. Okay, remember that I have a straight stitch at the middle of the casing which separated it into 2. So I am passing the rope from the first casing. I'm going to use pin to secure it down so that it does not pull off. After passing the first rope, I'll go ahead and pass the second rope just like I have done for the first rope. Okay, from the hemline up to the waistline. I have the 2 ropes out here now at the waistline. So what we are going to be doing next is to join the bodice to the skirt, okay, at the waistline. Now after joining the waistline together, this is what I have. So what we are going to be doing now is to join the front and the back shoulder lines together. Remember that we added 1 inch to the shoulder line. I'm going to go ahead and mark 0.75. You can mark 1 inch if you want to take out the whole allowance that you have there, but I just want to mark 0.75, okay? Then I'll go over to my sewing machine now and stitch on the 0.75. So this is what I have after stitching on 0.75 marking. I'm going to be using that allowance at the shoulder as a casing for the rope at the shoulder. Okay, I'll bend it like so and then top stitch. I have already top stitched on the other side. You can decide to fold it in. I had to weave mine, but if you did not weave yours, you can fold it in like so. Now I will carefully pass the 2 ropes into the casing that we have made now from the neckline. Then I'll bring it out from the armhole area. So what I'm going to do now is to stitch on the stitches that I have before so that I can hold the rope in place. Okay, as you can see, I have fixed the rope. This is the armhole side. So if I should drag in the ropes, I'll have the ruched effect on the shoulder. Can you see? So you just drag in and tie the rope as you like. What we are going to be doing now is to join the sides as well as fix pockets. So this is the pocket that I have. I have already cut out my pocket. I have 7 inches here by 9 inches. Okay, I'll pin it down from the waistline like so, then to that 7 inches where the pocket stops. This is the front, so I'll go ahead and pin the back as well from under the waistline to where the pocket stops. So I'll go over to my sewing machine now and stitch the pocket. I've stitched on the pocket here. So what I'm going to do now is to bring the front and the back together and pin them by the sides. To mark down the side seam allowance, I have 1.5 side seam allowance, so I'll go ahead and mark it down. After marking, I will go over to the sewing machine and stitch on the markings. I will stitch from the armhole to the waistline, then to the pockets. I will leave a space on the pockets for where I will be putting my hand into the pocket. Then I will stitch down to the hemline, and I will also hem the dress. After stitching on the 1.5 side seam marking, this is what the dress looks like. Then I'll clip on the pocket so that the pocket can lay flat when I turn the dress to the right side. I will go ahead now and iron the dress and then show you guys the final look. And we are done! See the fine dress now. If you follow this tutorial step by step and make this dress and it doesn't make you feel classy and fine, just call me right away and I'll give you shoulder pad as confidence, because man, this dress is so beautiful. I just love how I feel wearing this dress, but I don't really like the pocket. Maybe I'll close the pocket. But honestly, this dress is stylish and comfortable. Don't forget to hit on the subscribe button if you have not subscribed. Turn on your notification bell so that anytime I upload any tutorial, you'll be notified. See you in the next one.